All right, folks on. There we go. Why is this camera so unbalanced lately? Folks on YouTube, welcome in. Sorry about the camera adjustment. So, folks on YouTube, I kind of made this intro already. Sorry, but we're today going to be trying to build a decent gaming PC for the cost. Hear me out. For the cost of a PS5 Pro, which is now $900. So now that everything is inflated, let's see what we can pull off here. Not you canceling your sub. Oh, look, you got your girl at tier 3 sub for 69 months. Yo. Autumn, well, I think you're on iPhone, right? There is a way to do it on mobile, but you'd really have to know right when the streamer is going to go live, and you'd on Android anyway. I know you can go to chat on a stream even when it's offline, and you'd have to constantly be refreshing it. That's a lot of effort. So it's not that there isn't a way. There's a way. It's just not fun. Okay. Okay. Look here. Now we're bringing up punctuality into this. I feel attacked. All right. But if we look at what the prices were last year, this market was so different. So last time I did this, I think the PS5 Pro was around $700. So I have a $700 build here from last September. I don't think this is $700 anymore. Just gonna go off on a limb and let me change the scene. Can y'all hear the music, by the way? YouTube, no music for you. But Twitch, can y'all hear the music? And on YouTube, if you can hear the music, please let me know because you should not be able to. Um, Nikia, how you doing? So, 150 watch streak. So we got first three were Lucky losing Dade. We got Autumn coming in. We got Nikia in. Thank you again for that resub, Lucky. Yeah, PC part prices. Oh, we had no shout out for Lucky. Let me get that in. All right, so we're gonna be cussing tonight. Maybe not necessarily, but probably. Let me get a browser open with the necessary info. I made a Sega CD post on Reddit, and it's setting off my noties a lot. So this kind of needs to be centered here for the YouTube folks. So I guess I'll bring the parts up here. All right. All right, YouTube folks. Gonna minimize your screen. Okay, I can still see chat. Good. So, yes, last September, this $700 build had a mini ITX case, a Ryzen 5 8500, Um, Mini ITX motherboard, 16 gigs of DDR5 600 at $46. That's just dead in the water. A 500-watt Silverstone power supply. Okay, we went with integrated graphics here. Okay. I still think this is not going to be a $700 bill now. It's hard to imagine this being $600 now. But we're going to look and see how much this is now. And we'll probably build from new. And I'm going to go live in Discord real quick. Some other nerds, potentially be other input if they haven't gone to bed as of yet. Hello?
Hola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all liking the song choices? Okay, so $700. Oh, and I use Micro Center as the okay, so I'm gonna thankfully I have links, huh? Okay, what are the bets here for what we think the price will be now? So this is September 25th. $700. How much do you think the $700 build will come out to be now in 2026?
Um, what's the speed of the RAM?
It
What
is
is the spec for
DDR5
it?
6000,
Oh,
one DIMM, 16 gigs.
one DIMM of 16 gigs.
Adam, how you doing? Welcome in. Yes, one DIMM.
Uh,
Am I playing today? We are discussing the price differences in PC builds I had put together September 25th of last year. So it's kind of a we're playing around with funny money at this point. That's what we're doing. Welcome in. How
SSD?
are you? 1 terabyte NVMe. Gen
Ooh,
3 though, not Gen
okay.
4.
Okay.
OS was Bazite. Am I playing Roblox? No Roblox, no. Not my scene. Mm, Dade? Yeah, no. Thank you, Lucky. Okay, so mini ITX tower. Yeah, what do you think it is? It came out to $701. You need to not be using Micro Center because a lot of people don't have access to one. Okay, true. Unfortunately, that's where this one was built out of. You disagree. Okay, true. Also, yeah. Who is donating, Adam? I'm not sure what you mean. 1100. Okay, so Dade says 1100 for this build. Lucky, do you have any input? Chat, you feel free to input what you think this costs. No, 1100. All right, so I'm gonna use the exact same product links I have here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, dollar. All right. So I'm gonna use the exact same product listings I used before, just to get an update on the price, and then we're gonna do a new build, and I'll probably do either Newegg or Amazon. instead of Micro Center to see what we can pull off. All right, first off, the case went up. Off rip, it's going up. It's going from $139.99 to $154.99 just on the case. Processor. It was $139.99 back then. It is not even in stock anymore. Okay, so we're going to have to switch to Amazon on that and hope they have it. What did I use? Ryzen 5 8500. Yeah, I mean, September last year, it's possible. Amazon has it at $159.99. $20 more. And let me change that link. Copy link. All right, we're at 736. Motherboard. All right, let's see about that. Wait, why can't we use Micro Center? You can order online and have it shipped to you. Autumn, that is Dade's critique as well. Yes, that is possible. But they won't ship to, let's say, Canada. Oh, wait, the motherboard's cheaper. And that might balance out a little bit. That's down to $169.99. So our price is almost in parity. We're just $5 more now. Here goes the RAM. So it was $46 before. Should I ask people to guess how much just the RAM is going to be now? The RAM is no longer in stock. Yeah. All right, let's check Amazon listing for that same G Skill. I'm going to see if this exact one's on. I'm going to see if it's available on Amazon. Keep it the same part. Part number, paste. Sorry? Nah, I can't be seen right. Hold on. Maybe it'll be different. Hold on. For the exact same dim. Oh, hold on. I don't think y'all can hear me. For the exact same dim, singular dim of RAM that was $46 last September, it is now $245. So I'm going to say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll probably continue to say this. I don't think y'all can hear me. Hold on. Fuck cloud-based AI. I'm looking at you, ChatGPT. I'm looking at you, Gemini. I'm looking at you, Copilot. I'm looking at you, Claude, Anthropic. All y'all. Bullshit. Fuck out of here, all of y'all. Sorry. Not to them, but to you folks that had to hear that outburst. uh, it's going to keep cheaper if we don't buy and just purchase off secondary markets. Prices will continue to go down. I mean, the slight dip we're seeing right now isn't even because of consumer supply and demand, right? The speculative market is reacting to Google's announcement that they got better compression in generating tokens. So because they have better compression in their AI engine, everyone's like, "Oh, we won't need as much RAM." And the RAM prices took a hit because investors immediately started selling and spending their money elsewhere. I would like to think we'll continue on that trend, but I think it's a flash in the pan until one of the larger AI companies loses their massive evaluation, their massive overinflated evaluation. Once they no longer have that purchasing power to buy up multiple years of production runs of memory chips, that's when I will trust that we can sustain lower prices. Sorry if I seem pessimistic in that. After the mining market collapsed, GPU prices started to go down probably within months, a couple of months, because they had just had inventory they couldn't move. Not all right. So this is 249.90, 244. I like the name. Buy Bitcoin, hold it. We know what you use GPUs for. Copy link. Talking about PC part prices being absurd. Pick. Welcome in. It is a $905 on just the one stick of DDR5. Fuck out of here. What? Why? you just want all the hits. Yo, the power supply is also up. You're buying a pre-built. Bundles and pre-builts happen to be where the deals are right now. If you can get a bundle, so I've seen Micro Center have some bundles on like, CPU, motherboard, RAM, where it starts to look even there, right? But they probably have marked up the CPU or something else in exchange. They got to make their money somehow. All right, this is for the low profile CPU cooler. Wait. Anybody who works for Oracle? Oracle lost they lost a bank pulled out of one of their data center projects, and then they've been laying off. So the bubble is starting. Liquid's starting to pour out of the bubble a little bit. It hasn't popped yet. All 12 of the people you knew were in the division that lost their jobs? Sorry about that, Autumn. But yeah, the cooler's $1 extra. Come on. And here goes what Dade wanted to see. Fuck. This 1 terabyte, slow, relatively slow anyway, right? Relatively slow NVMe SSD was $44.09. It is now $156. Well, Lucky, if this was the Price is Right, you would have lost. Dade, you win $1,026.20. We went from $700 to 1,026.
Emotional, damn it.
God damn.
Holy shit.
Well, they're free. It's free for me. Fuck. They got the "you're fired" email at 9:30, were locked out of all systems at 11, and escorted out the building at 12. They had to fully vacate the premises by 12:20. So I'm surprised they even give you that much. Some places I know of, you're fired because security shows up next to you. Like, they don't tell you by email, because telling you by email gives you time potentially to do some shit. No, you find out, and you're not allowed to touch any, like, oh no, let me just sign out. No. Up, out. We'll hem you up if we got to, because technically now you're trespassing. Mm-hmm. Don't even let you in. You done. The most restrictive I used to be in was when I worked IT for financial. I don't know what it's like for them now. I'd have to imagine they're even more strict now, because you could potentially mess with somebody's money. All right. So I think I'm going to have to build a brand new one. And we're going to need to find a bundle. Your husband is in financial tech? Ooh. They had to do electronic paperwork and e-sign their severance packages. Yeah, the fact that they let them do that digitally at all. Hey, you know what? Probably seems a bit more humane that way. Yeah, you'd get a paper contract to sign. Here. You ain't touching our systems anymore. That's how some of these places are. All right, let's duplicate this sheet. That's wild. Newegg build. Let's try Newegg. Newegg's a happy medium, right? And they might have bundles, I hope. $30,000 in a mass email, yo. I was like, they just woke up that one morning. It's like, how can we do this? Okay, so there's a bundle already on the home screen. So $639. Let me see this bundle. So for $639, you get a Ryzen 5 9600X, a B85, a B850 motherboard, and 32 gigs of Corsair RAM at 6000 MT. That's not terrible. Okay, let's build with this. I like that bundle. And all of these have to be bought together, right? To get the discount. All right, what case are we going to drop this in? Because what is that? That's a micro ATX motherboard, I think. So we can't use the same case I was using the last time. Hold on. This is a... Why is the form factor missing on the listing? What are we doing? What year is this? Full ATX. Fuck it. All right. We're doing it. Ideally, I want to keep this around $900. Why? Because that is now the price for a PS5 Pro after they raised it. is this? The RAM does have LEDs on it, Dade. Sorry. Or you could just turn it off in. What's with you at the black market? You could literally turn that off. Do they have any other bundles? In 10. Can I copy a link to this bundle? Oh, you can make your own bundle. Interesting. It's been a while since I've done a build on Newegg. So this is like the recommended bundle. Why is the Intel bundle $826? The fuck? All right, so yeah, let me just build with this and grab the links for these parts. Dade wants all the lights. Yes, losing. Yep. Every single light. At max brightness too. My friend said that they were locked out immediately of any sensitive data systems in the printers. They could access payroll, email, HR, basically their internal employee systems. That's an interesting way to do it. I'm just surprised they allow that. In my experience, a lot of places don't do that, but hey, it's the way Oracle runs. Maybe they want you to attempt something just so they can slap you with that federal charge. All right, let's pick a graphics processor. Huh? A 9060 XT is $460. What happened to 400? What happened to 399? What are we doing? I blame Dade. Okay, some of the mid-tier cards aren't expensive, but we're going for a low tier here. Why? Because we are trying to match $900. So can I get this to be that? And unfortunately, we got to go with this one. Okay. So 345. Did I messed that up. Okay. So $345.99. Select that. By the way, they're saying the RAM is $370. Let me just. Why am I trying to? $369.99. $149.99. So already we are over budget. So I have to go down a peg on something. So what if we swap the memory out to 16 gigs? Let's match what's in a PS5 Pro. 8 gig per module. What is this sorted by? Lowest price, please. So if I put just 8 gigs all right, let's make it actual 16 gigs. Oh boy. This is madness. $229. How much for just one singular? Okay. One singular DIMM is $199.99. That's what I feel like. Holy shit. We're at 9:15. This is still. They think the company did it that way to save money and time of sending actual HR reps to locations. Oh shit. All right, so I got to swap the CPU. Let's go down a peg. Let's do a 7000 series. 7000 series is still out. It's still good. Free MSI Mag Core liquid cooler with purchase. Hey, that's actually a good deal. We get the cooler off rip. Fuck. This is not fun at all with these prices. Lowest price, please. All right, so Ryzen 5 7600. Free MSI Core Liquid 240. And how much is that? 210. We're at 905. We have no storage, no case, no power supply. Oh, fucking hell. All right, I need a cheaper motherboard, clearly. Like, that motherboard we can't do that. Select. Yeah, $150 motherboard? Nah, we can't do that. Select. We need AM5 AMD 600 series chipset. Let's go. Yeah, see, I could do these like $100. Yeah, what would he giving me over here? All right, all right, we make this work. We'll make this work right here. Gigabyte A620M. That has 2 out of 5 star review. Okay, so maybe not that cheap, right? Not that cheap. Hey, Dade, how you feel about ASRock? ASRock's good, right? Isn't that your people? $100 flat. Perfect. Hold on, what does this support? B650 can do up to 4 DIMMs, DDR5 6000, dual channel. Has M2 slots, surround sound. Has antenna mounting points in the back, which likely means it comes with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Dade's favorite RGB headers. 2.5 gig NIC. All right, yep. We rocking this one. Select. Get this MSI out of here. Too much money. All right, we're down to 855. Whew. Okay. Maybe I can go even less on the GPU. Because we need some budget for storage. Right now, we technically only have $50. My sister lives about 3 miles from the main Bay Area campus. She said every bar and restaurant in the area with a happy hour was packed from lunch till close, just drinking their sorrows away. My friends were getting drunk in commuter vans, and today they were day drinking Don Julio and updating their LinkedIn. Wow. Dade, why you do that to those good people? Wow, Dade just sounds so disconnected. He's like, fuck it. Oof. Oof. Okay, I don't think I want the 6500 in this. That was significantly weaker than a PS5. Let's get that out of this list. Let's start at the 6650 and work our way up, huh? Apply. You know, we can't hear Dade, right? No, I did not know that. I know now. Which scene has... I bet y'all can hear them now, though. And
Test. 1, 2, 3.
copy that source. Go back to this source. There we go. I fixed that issue. Is that also an issue on the vertical? Yep. Fixed over there too. All right. Problem
He
solved.
wasn't talking, so you wouldn't have heard him.
I was talking.
No. When he said we should hear them now. We weren't
Oh, I see what
talking.
you're saying. Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is okay. So 6650, 269. 7600, 279. All right. So 7600, that is newer GPU cores than the PlayStation. So that means you could do FSR 3. So that would make up for lack of some grunt there. So I would go with that. ASRock again. Dade, shout out to your company.
I mean, look, they work in a pinch.
Have you ever done an all ASRock build?
No, no. I just try to go with what cheap parts I could get.
Ah, 279.99. Okay, see, look, now I have some breathing room. See, this I can work with a little bit. All right, we're down to 789. Okay, now we need case, we need storage, we need power supply. That's a lot to try and fit into this, but we're gonna try. Wait, why are they telling me that this build is 864? Huh? Oh, why did the motherboard go up to 199.98? Whoa, that was $99. The fuck? Hold on. What? Yeah, see, it's 99 here. How do you go to 199 in the cart? What? Yeah, I'm not using their calculator because it even says 99 each. Oh, wait. Why does it say I have two in cart? There we go. Let's fix that. All right. I don't know how the quantity went up, but. Okay, so case. So Dade may get what he wants here. I ain't doing nothing fancy. I just need a box that the parts can go in.
Practical, responsible, dependable.
This guy over here. All right.
That's right. I like cornflakes. Plain. Skim milk.
Skim milk. This guy. Hey, that case I built Nox's PC in is here at $39.99. And we already established that other than its thickness, it was about the size of a PS5 Pro. $40. Hard to go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Cougar Gaming Purity RGB white computer case. Who names these things? $39.99. There we go. I haven't heard this song in a while. Okay, we got the case sorted. Power supply. What's the minimum requirements on this? RX 7600. Requirements. 550 watt power supply. Bingo. So let's sort this by lowest price. Thermaltake Smart Series $44.99 off rip. There we go. Oh wait, I can keep it as rock $44.99. $650. Might as well. If it doesn't work, what are they gonna blame? More of their own parts? Hey, my motherboard doesn't work anymore. Oh, it's your power supply. It's an ASRock power supply. Oh, it was your graphics card. It was an ASRock graphics card. Either way, you're gonna give me something. It's you. And yes, there are companies that will actually give people a runaround like that when they're trying to pass the buck. Especially in enterprise support. Holy fuck. Like, oh, you using it with this? Oh yeah, we don't support that. It's on them. Call their support. Call their support. No, it's the other guy. You fuckers. Somebody's replacing this shit. All right, we're at 874. We still don't have storage. Fuck. So in the last 8 months,
Oh, you're nibbling around the edges. Bite right in, brother.
at least the OS is free. Huh?
That's true.
All right, let's pick the ASRock storage. Fuck.
Well, lucky. I thought you were you gonna put that video up of setting up Bezite, I think. Or was
Yeah.
it catch you? Okay, cool.
Well, it will run for any Linux distro.
Well, there we go.
Hey, 128 gig SATA SSD. $32. So as long as, your game isn't bigger than 100 gigs.
And let's not,
Fuck.
let's not sneeze at, bare metal hard drives, because hey, man,
Gotta do what
they're
you gotta
coming
do.
down in price. If that's right.
All right, where's capacity? Am I... Max speed, max sequential speed. There we go. Nothing under 240. Let's do 240. All right. Team group. All right. How much? 256 gig. $52. All right, hold on. Let me see. Is there a 512? Okay. Let's get rid of anything under 375. Fuck. 512 gigs is $80. Fuck it. Let me see. $79.99 is gonna put us how far over? $954. Not much over. It is a little bit less storage than a PS5 Pro, but guess what? You can freely upgrade this over time, and you're not paying for subscription fees for your game, so it's a win.
There are several games that are under. I have games that are 2 gigs. Only people who play COD will have 120 gigs. Nothing.
Oh wait, that's a SATA too. Oh shit. $954. That's as close as we can get it, and it be usable for gaming. And definitely you're putting Bazite on this. The PS5 Pro losing, which is now $900. If you want me to put the 1 terabyte SSD in there, fuck. Oh, let's see. Or close to 1 terabyte. I guess 960 is close enough, right? Heck, even around 800. Let's see. Yeah, the cheapest SSD at 960 is $154.99. Yeah. All right. Patriot Burst. $154. 1,029. Fuck. So $130 more. That is rough. A game under 100 gigs. What is that? That's funny. So in the last 8 months, your friend, her husband, and both their sons have all lost their jobs. One was Oracle. The others were EA. The only one employed in their houses is their 16-year-old daughter, and I bet she works like retail now. Yeah, last time I could match it. Can't match it anymore. The market's too... You'd have to buy in bulk. Or maybe Micro Center has a better deal? Like, you're looking at bundle deals. Like, you can't pull this off without a bundle deal. Because the retailer has then bought in bulk. It's sad, but that's where we are. The cheapest AMD bundle right now is $350. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. You get a better CPU than what I picked. You don't get a cooler with it. So that price probably evens out. Oh, no, wait. They have $200 bundles. AM4 base motherboard. That is another option. If I went AM4, probably would have saved a little bit on the RAM. Looks like if I do this through Micro Center, I could have done this. Because it's $200 for the CPU, the motherboard, and the RAM together. So these top 3 items would just be $200. So if I just take these out, right? Take those out, make that $199.99. That's $719. I'm going to need a CPU cooler in that case. How much is a HyperX cooler right now? Cooler Master Hyperion 212. If you go air cooled and a decent sized one to cool this, $50. So yes, this is possible from Micro Center. Newegg is not possible with their current bundles. Micro Center, this is very much possible. Could come in the 800s. So back to Autumn and Dade saying, hey, ship. If you're in an area where Micro Center can ship to you, or you have a local Micro Center, they right now look like the best option. If you don't have that option, look for the sales at your Newegg's and your Amazons. But Micro Center, Reddit, their bundles pretty much even out the playing field. Assistant vet tech, it's part of a work study program in our high school. Oh, so that's definitely not a permanent job. Shit. So I'm going to rename this. Make it PS5 Pro like. So I'm going to swap this to Micro Center since the experiment pretty much has failed from Newegg. $199 bundle. Ryzen 5 5500. 4 in stock. This motherboard, is it micro ATX? Bluetooth Wi-Fi on board? Perfect. Okay. Cost is $199.99. Let's grab that link. All right. Oh. Or have Micro Center ship to Reaper and he will reship it to you. Basically, be the yo, not using me as a go-between. All right, so we're at $200. Let's get that fan. All right. We're at 250. We have processor, motherboard, RAM, cooler. Let's get the graphics card in here. Not the street level middleman. Computer parts dealer, yo. Oh, they only have the 7900 XT? Ooh, no. That's money. 6600 is in stock, but that's 270. RX 9000 series. Lowest price, please. All right, 380 for the GPU. I mean, it's latest Gen Tech, so this does technically blow in capability. I mean, the PS5 Pro is hybrid, though. It does have slightly more capability than the regular PS5.
All right, let me get ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
Alright.
chilling out. You, good luck tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'll be off.
Take you guys later. I hate you.
Later.
Bro. Later.
All right, 37.99. 629. Ooh, that's a lot of money right there. All right, let's make this quick before my brain is faded. All right, so we have GPU. Now we need storage, case, power supply. The storage is the I literally just want 1 TB. And at the lowest price. $145. Fuck you. Listening to some of the lyrics of this song and then hear people say Eminem got woke and political now, I'm like, y'all never listened to him before, clearly, because this song's old as shit and he was going off. Then again, these are also the same people that say Star Trek and X-Men are woke now. 775. Losing, that is not an understatement. If anything, we might have to get into more detail about that part, but probably not online. First, you get the micro center, then you get the power. Really? Okay, little Kim. Okay, so we have this at 159. We have storage. Uh, let's wrap this thing in a case. $39.99 for that same case. $815. All we need now is a power supply. We can make this work. We can actually make this work. All right. This got feasible. This got feasible. Um. All right. Let's see what their power supplies look like. With a 9060, I probably got to keep it around 600 watts. Wait, why am I even guessing? I could just look that up. XFX RX 9060 XT requirements. According to XFX, requirements 450 watts. Oh, we can. Oh, yeah. We can cut some corners here. Just means when you upgrade the GPU in the future, you're going to need a new power supply. But hey, we're trying to get into this right now. So, sort by lowest price. Yeah, we can have some headroom. 650 watt power supply is $59.99. And one of my sound deadening foams just dropped off. Okay, I'll fix that later. What is the budget? CA, we're going for performing within the performance that and specs that kind of get you as close to the price of a PS5 Pro as possible. Do I want to save $10 here? You're not going to get a modular power supply in this bracket, unfortunately. $1,000? I mean, it's $900 US for it. And it looks like we can pull this off. Yeah, it looks like we'll just make it. Looks like we'll just make it. Shipping from Micro Center, I don't. Well, then again, keep in mind the shipping cost of PS5 Pro isn't factored in here, so would it be more? Maybe. This would be more because it's more weight, but we're just going part for part and assuming you could walk into a store. Or gas prices. Oh, why did you have to mention the gas prices? All right, we can get a 700 watt power supply for $60. $875.94. You have a complete rig. Put Bazite on it. Oh, we could even include a controller. Because, hey, the PS5 comes with a controller. me see what gamepads are available and from who. Oh, wow, they got plenty of options. We got $25 budget for this, though. Gaming controllers. Let's sort by lowest price. Honestly, if you were to rob a Micro Center, you'd probably still pay this much to gas up the getaway fee. Damn. Yo. Okay, if we want to save a little bit of money, there's a gamepad here. Only thing I don't like about it is the asymmetrical sticks. I've never been a fan of that. Here, I can put it on the screen for y'all to see. But it is Bluetooth wireless, and it's $15. Graphics card is a 9060. Yep. If you want symmetrical sticks, it's going to be $24.99. Fuck that Xbox controllers, you know, losing. We see eye to eye here. So we're going to go with the, see, it's not wireless though, but it is a controller. Logitech Gamepad F310. $24.99. $900 on the button. We did it, y'all. For the cost of a PlayStation 5, and you install Bazite, which gives you... I'm running Bazite right here, by the way. If I put this into desktop mode, it looks just like a console. Fully navigating with virtual keyboard on the screen, all of that. $900. So we can do it from Micro Center or any other place that technically has a bundle. Isn't that the Submarine, the same controller they used on Submarine? It's a relative of the controller. The same controller they used on the Submarine was the wireless version, which I do happen to have. I have 2 of these, as a matter of fact. Why does it feel heavy like I left batteries in this thing? No batteries. I don't know why it feels so heavy. But yeah, the wireless one was what they had. You have a disk drive? You mean like an optical disk drive? No, because the PS5 Pro doesn't come with an optical disk drive anymore. So we were just able to pull this off. So yes, if you hear anybody tell you, oh, it's still a better deal than anything you do with PC, not true. Headset or speakers? No. Because again, the PS5 Pro doesn't come with headset or speakers. I could add that. He's going rich with the sub-controller. That's actually a very inexpensive controller. The fact that they were using that for something that your life depended on, wild. That's a $50 controller. All right, so let's save this. All right, let's delete the other sheets first and foremost, because they no longer, none of this is valid anymore. All right. There it is, folks. Maybe use something other than the. Use something other. I mean, I could have swapped that for keyboard and mouse and let that be the controls. They should have kept their ass on land. Okay, I don't know. Maybe use something other than a game control. Oh, you mean for the submarine? Yes, they definitely did. I mean, their issue wasn't even that the controller died, right?
All right, I'm re-upping for you.
Thank you. I should be looking to get out of here too. Their issue was you should not have gone back under, right? After the first time you went under there, you heard creaking. That means your structural integrity's gone. It's compromised. No, they did multiple trips after people complained, hey, this is creaks when we get lower. You should check on that. Their issue was stupid. That. Okay, so the point of this exercise was that, yes, you can still build, if you're willing to use a last gen CPU and DDR4, you can build yourself a PC based system that hooks up to your TV and you can play games on. And for anybody wondering what I meant by, oh, it could look like a console. Oh, I don't actually need, I could use my controller, but I'm not going to go plug in my controller for this. Just to show y'all. So I have this boot up in desktop mode because I use it as a desktop. But technically, it could just boot and do this. And this is the intro screen from my Steam Deck, by the way. And now, as you see, it is like any console. A dashboard, you can talk to your friends, what's new, recommended stuff. You have the menu over here, access your library, all games installed, whether you have it by collection, which I have collections. You can get to the store, of course. I want to make sure you can get to the store to buy more games. Check the status on your downloads. Access all your settings from here. There go the controller settings, of which none are plugged in right now, but you can manage your controllers from here. And you can shut down the entire machine from the power menu here. I'm just going to use it to exit big picture mode, but yes, you could use it to turn off, restart. You would never have to interact with the desktop. It would be a full screen UI meant to be navigated with a controller. So yeah, that we can build with these parts. Give it to someone and they just enjoy it. And because it's running Bazite, not Windows OS, it does clean updates. It rarely ever breaks anything. They wouldn't know any different. blame the Fast franchise for people believing they can do things that make absolutely zero sense and defy all logic. No, you're not supposed to take a Pontiac Fiero and launch it into space. No, it's not. That's not a thing. All right, Joe. But let me get out of here. I need to get out of here. Even though I'm off tomorrow, so there might be an earlier stream because apparently the weather's supposed to suck in my area, so that's gonna kill a bunch of plans. So we'll see. If you don't have noties on for my channel, turn noties on. That goes for YouTube. That goes for Twitch. Noties are your friend, right? Especially since I'm often, as everyone will point out, late. I do apologize, but work 9 to 5 pays for all the overhead. The stream stuff pays for the games, but all the overhead is paid for with work. So that does take priority. No links. It is 4 minutes to 1 a.m. I am already feeling faded. And you want links. If I do links, I definitely have to get off YouTube at the bare minimum. But I'm not sure if I have the wherewithal for links. But that being said, either way, YouTube folks, thank you for coming through. This will be in the Discord. I will have to create a command to drop my Discord link in YouTube. That is a thing I haven't done yet. So feel free to join the 2020 Gamer Discord as I copy paste that over there. This will be in the tech section. You can check it out. You can remix it, try to build it yourself. You can ask. There are other PC gamers, longtime PC gamers there. So if you have any questions, also feel free to ask. It's kind of a hive mind. You'll get input from all kinds of folks with their takes on these things. I am going to get off of there. But so yes, YouTube. Enjoy your time online. Enjoy your games. Don't take any stuff too seriously. Don't let it disturb your peace. And never forget to quarter up. I'm Reaper PC. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care, YouTube.